Ghostbusters 2016. The remake. Reboot. Because that's what it is, guys. It is a remake slash reboot. Let's dive in. Ghostbusters 2016, directed by Paul Feig, starring Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Kate McKinnon, Leslie Jones, Chris Hemsworth. We've got cameo appearances by most of the original cast. They are not appearing as any of the original characters. Like I said, this is a fresh restart to the franchise. Charles Dance, Ed Begley Jr., a handful of other guys that make appearances as well. Pretty good cast, solid cast. I will say that about this movie. Not the awful piece of crap that a lot of people were hoping it to be. There are people that are going to hate this movie regardless. So let's get into the movie itself. As promised in the Ghostbusters trailers review video that I did, I said I would give this a 2-tier review. The first tier will be, I will be reviewing this as if it were a movie on its own, which is really, really hard. The second tier will be comparison to the originals. You've got the 4 ladies, 3 scientists, and character Patty, who knows a lot about New York City, knows a lot of the history of New York City. Paranormal stuff starts happening. You know, these 3 scientists set up shop, they start investigating these sightings. They want to trap it to prove that ghosts exist to the scientific community. And this is one of the good things I felt about the film, is it sets itself apart from the original because the motivation of the characters is different. You know, the motivation of the original guys was is pretty entrepreneurial. They want to start a business to take care of a problem, which is awesome. This movie, they want to prove the existence of ghosts to the scientific community. So their answer to that is to catch one, to show the scientific community, to study it. That's really cool. I mean, I appreciated that spin. They're really trying to, you know, make the foundation a little bit different. So they have their skeptics. Of course, they are called kooks and crazies. Much like the original film, there's kind of an indiscriminate amount of time that passes as they're setting up shop. This time it's over a Chinese restaurant because they couldn't afford the rent on the firehouse. As they go along, they get their dim-witted receptionist, who is Chris Hemsworth, who is fantastic. I mean, he's really, really funny. I mean, he seemed like he just really enjoyed his role. So the first half of the film starts off really strong. Then you get to the middle of the movie when the stuff starts rolling, and they do some practice runs for their equipment in an alley. They're firing off like their proton packs and ghost grenades and all kind of new, kind of cool gadgetry. And this is where they get their training, by accidentally almost blowing themselves up in an alleyway 2 or 3 times, so that by the end, they're so skilled with their equipment that they can aim the proton beams wherever and hit their marks. I mean, they do barrel rolls and flips in slow motion and, you know, all kind of kooky silliness. That's, you know, it's fun, but it's a little more silly than it needed to be. I think the appearance, one of the cameos, which should have been the best one, really, really didn't work. I mean, did they think it was funny while they were filming it? Probably. I guess that's why they filmed it. It wasn't funny at all. Some of the ghosts were really hokey. Some of them were nice. Slimer was a good addition. I mean, the Slimer girlfriend, that's where a lot of the movie veers into just silliness at the end of the third act. Veered into a lot of silliness, a lot of just campy, silly. You know, some of it works. There's a lot of conveniences and contrivances, and, you know, So all in all, if I had never seen the original, I'm gonna say that I would have thought this movie was interesting. It was good. It had potential, and I still honestly think that this new group of Ghostbusters has potential in future movies, if they make any. I think that the potential for some of the original cast members to return in the new movies, which Sony should do, would be great. Paul Feig's direction is crisp, it's sharp. The guy has a great eye for action. He's got a good eye for staging things. The girls, man, had a real chemistry. And that leads me to actually, I'm going to go on record and say this. Some of y'all are going to be mad about this, but you want my honest opinion? That's what this is for. I would like to see future Ghostbusters movies with these four girls based on their talent and their chemistry alone. I mean, they click really well together. This movie was okay. It wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. It was well done. It was kind of silly, but I think if you're not familiar with the originals, you'll probably enjoy it. I think that, you know, if you're kind of fond of the originals, you'll probably enjoy it. If you are beholden to the original, there are parts of this that will seem really disrespectful, which is a shame. So you may not enjoy this as much. I recommend just going and buying a copy of Ghostbusters on Blu-ray. You know, get I think they have the set for part 1 and part 2 for like $10. So for the price of one ticket, you can buy both the originals. You can sit at home and enjoy it. You can watch the bonus features where these guys just, you know, talk about their time. It's fun. I really enjoy the Blu-rays. And I personally hope that if they make a sequel that they really take the time to establish the universe, to make it a little smarter, hone down the silliness, because they do have a lot of the silliness from the second one. And guys, I didn't work for the second one either, so, you know, not that they'll ever see this, but I encourage them to utilize that original crew. If they're willing to come on board as the new characters they're established as, use them. It would be a treat. So, guys, this is my thoughts on the Ghostbusters reboot. It was not as horrible as I thought it would be, but it is simply an okay movie that I think that could be enjoyed. And hopefully it is the start of a new series that will only get stronger, which I think with the talented, you know, if they can get the right people behind it that really care about it, that are respectful of it, they could really do something special. So with that said, now, how does it compare to the original? Well, let me show you.
We're the best, we're the beautiful, we're the only Ghostbusters.
I love it. I love it. Look, my 2 cents, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. Last time I'm going to wear the No Strong Ghost shirt. This coming week will be the Batman vs. Superman Extended Edition Blu-ray review. I'm not only going to review the film itself, but we're going to review what's on that Blu-ray. Is it worth your time to buy? Is it worth your time to watch? 3 hours requires a lot of time. Guys, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see here, please subscribe. I will see you next time. If there's something strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call?